for middle school career readiness. Today's video will be going over my EDC First Aid Kit, contents, the kit itself, different paperwork, identification patches, and stuff that I carry with it at all times. I will also be showing the proper way for self-application of a windlass tourniquet. And then we'll be talking about how to use other medical supplies and things of that nature. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video we are reviewing my EDC First Aid Kit. My EDC First Aid Kit, it is a kit. It's made of two kits, an admin pouch and a separate pouch that were actually came with the backpack that I had that I use very frequently. So this actually on the back, these straps will molly straight to the front of that backpack. So, very easy to have it with me wherever I go. And basically wherever I go, whether I'm walking, in the car, on a bike, I have this with me, or or just the contents of it. So I also have a Camelback pack that I use for, that I use when I go running and sometimes biking, also hiking, and sometimes I'll put the my EDC kit contents in here and take that with me. And then other times, the backpack came with two admin pouches, and sometimes I will use those two admin pouches as first aid kits. But mainly this is what I'm using. Sorry, my tourniquet came undone there. Okay. So yeah, so let's get right into the kit. First off, we have this little mouse clip here. I just have this basically as a carabiner. It's not very strong, not very durable, but I just have it here just in case I need it for anything. I have a identification card here. Get it out. Well, a little trap there here. Why don't we just unbuckle these? Get falls right out. I got this identification card which says that it is an IFAC registered with Off-Road Fire Rescue and Middle School Career Readiness. So we can go ahead and take that off. Let's see here. Oh. Take that off. Put it to the side. Now we're going to move on to tourniquet on the front. This is a basic, I believe it's one of the older generations of the CAT tourniquet, Combat Application Tourniquet is what that stands for those of you who don't know. And it is orange. I believe, I stand by the fact that civilians should be having orange because there is no reason um, for the black. You're not in a tactical situation, even though the bag is a tactical bag. I am not in very many tactical situations. Um, but I do have this in case I come across a car crash or anything trauma related where I will need this. So I'll put this aside. Next is going to be my kit that is on top. It's my RIT kit, the Rapid Intervention Team. As you can see, it says First Aid Kit. I am currently in progress of getting patches for the first aid for the kit itself and this additional kit. If you want to go check out the place where I'm getting them from, they're called Patch Panel. I do not have an affiliate link with them, but I will leave the link to the website down below in the description. I will also leave the link to this particular backpack there as well. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention on the outside of the kit. This is where this sits usually, right up here. Is my shears. This is just ones that I picked up from Walmart, just basic trauma shears. There. Those will last me 1 or 2 times um, before I do have to replace them. I don't use them very often. I'm not in very many trauma scenarios. I am not a first responder, so I'm not going to be using those very often. But when it comes to it, I will have to replace them, and they're just a good thing to have in case I do come into a trauma scenario and I do have to cut clothing to get to a wound. Um, I'm currently this I've all purchased with my own money. None of this was sent to me. So I am currently saving up. Actually, no, sorry. I've already ordered. Uh, no, sorry. I've ordered several things. Several things I'm waiting on getting, and several things I'm saving up for. Um, so I'm saving up for some X Tears, which are a very good brand. Um, very many first responders and YouTubers that I've seen who have those, I've talked to who have those, they never have to replace them after buying them. Um, I'm currently trying to get one of those, and the only thing I don't like about this kit is that when this is strapped here, this is not a first aid kit. I just used it as it, but I usually put the tourniquet here. It's not a very good place for it because when I open it to get to minor wound care, um, it falls out, obviously. I'm currently getting uh, a tourniquet holster coming, so when I get all those attachments on here, I will post another video with an update on this. I believe one of my original videos does cover this kit. However, it does not have this top kit or the tourniquet or shears. So anyways, let's get into this the RIT pack right here. This is just a simple admin pouch. The backpack came with two, but I only use one for the first aid kit. So if I have I have a piece of tape over here that says RIT kit, and then one that says first aid, um, the first aid identifier. Here I have I believe, North American Rescue. Don't quote me on that, but I believe this is a North American Rescue um, emergency pressure bandage, or EPB. I got this from Medical Gear Outfitters. Again, I do not have an affiliate link, but I will leave their channel. I mean, yes, their channel, which is run by Skinny Medic. I will leave their channel uh, and the website link down below. So this is simple trauma bandage, pressure bandage. It can be used for head wounds, for wrapping wounds that have been packed with gauze or anything like that. It can also be used for securing splints. Um, It can also be used as a makeshift tourniquet if you don't have a windlass like this. I do recommend getting a windlass tourniquet over, let's say, SWAT T or RATS. RATS system, I would say they're not a very good tourniquet brand. SWAT T is a pretty good secondary, not very good for primary tourniquet. But I would definitely have one of these instead of improvising a tourniquet. But this emergency pressure bandage. Next in here, I have some PPE. Gloves, simple. These are non-latex gloves. Um, I just feel it's better to carry non-latex in case you do come across a patient who's allergic. Or if you yourself are allergic, it could irritate your hands and then irritate the patient if they are allergic. So I carry non-latex gloves. I carry a bit, and I know it's a bit messed up here. Hold on. Recently had to use this recently, so I'm gonna replace this soon. But this is a roll of uh a gauze sponge. It's mainly used for soaking up stuff around the wound. It's not really used for wrapping. It can be. It's not very much. It's not usually used for that, but it can be. Um, so that's another thing that I carry in there. I have this, which is, in my opinion, in civilian kits, um, minor wound care is very important. So in here, I'm treating kids, lots of pediatric injuries. So I have Band-Aid, the Johnson & Johnson Band-Aid brand, antiseptic cleaning foam for kids. Uh, I have that in here, and then I have another vial in the kit itself, but I have this just uh, to put on minor wounds so that it doesn't burn for them. I have uh, a thing of tape. I don't remember the name of the website where I got this from, but it is the same place I got my OTC meds that I carry in this kit from, which I'll show you later, and I will give that link down below. Tape can be used for numerous amount of things: securing splints, securing bandages, fixing tools, anything like that. And sorry, I have a bunch of tools in here. So we have a stethoscope. This is just a simple stethoscope. Bought this off of Amazon, one thread, very simple. It works, for checking basic vitals, getting a basic vital sign. As a civilian, I don't think this is something that people need to carry. Uh, but if you want to carry it and you're trained to, if you know how to use it, it's not very complicated, but if you know how to use it, it's definitely a good thing to carry. I have a pen light. This is from MyMedic pen light, and I'll be leaving the link for all of this down below. Simple. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I don't have the the little paper piece in there. There we go. So, for checking pupil dilation, it also gives you the pupil gauge on this side. If you know how to read the pupil gauge, how to see pupil dilation and how that reflects to your patient's status, this would be definitely a good thing to have. Um, Again, as a civilian, it wouldn't be something I would recommend as something you need to carry, but definitely something to think about carrying. I have a pencil, and I actually don't have it in the kit itself, but I had to use it for something else. I also recommend, in addition to a pencil, I recommend carrying a Sharpie as well to write down notes on the patient care on this tourniquet, it does have a spot to put the time so that first responders know how long this has been on there and whether they need to apply a secondary tourniquet, or if it's time to take this tourniquet off. So definitely good to have. I can write on here with a pencil. I can write on paper with the pencil. Um, it's not very efficient, but I just like to have it for filling out certain forms. And then additionally, I carry a Sharpie. Again, if you're a civilian, I would recommend carrying this. You wouldn't really need a pencil because you're not filling out forms as a civilian in these situations, but I would recommend carrying a Sharpie for writing on here, writing on your gloves, writing on your hands, different things for taking notes in that emergency situation. I have 3 metal tools in here. I have a simple pair of forceps tweezers, very basic set here. Then I have a set of straight forceps. Those can be used to extract things that are lodged, like splinters and stuff. Surgical scissors, basic scissors for cutting bandages, stuff like that. Wouldn't recommend using those for cutting clothes. That'd be a job for the EMT shearers or trauma shearers. But if it comes down to it, that's definitely something that you can use that for. Next up, I have these are just some that came with a different first aid kit that I had that I combined into this. Uh, for minor wound care, I have some Welly antiseptic wipes. These are like alcohol wipes or alcohol pads for cleaning a wound or sterilizing a wound. Again, in civilian kits, minor wound care is very essential. In some responder kits, I would definitely like to have it. I've gone to witness some trainings that first responders have done and some tactical combat casualty care courses I've gone to witness. Um, and like somebody gets a cut or something, and there's like 10 to 15 medics and nobody has a band-aid. It's really embarrassing when you're the medical professional there. So minor care is really important in some of these kits. Um, this is my own bottle. I have some other more professional looking bottles, but this is a bottle of hydrogen peroxide that I have for cleaning wounds as well. I have Benadryl extra strength itch stopping cream, as well as antibiotic ointment. Next, I have this little thing here. In this, it's just kept together by a rubber band. In this, I have 2 Welly non-stick 2x3-inch gauze pads here. Next, I have a Band-Aid, a large Band-Aid thing for like knee injuries. I have a CVS 3-inch by 4-inch non-stick sterile gauze pad. I have 2 of those in this, I believe, in the RIP kit. I have more in the other kit, and then I have a Welly big bandage for like elbow or knee injuries, and then a little booklet of paper to write down certain information. And then I have this, which is a Band-Aid kit from Welly brand. But I took out the Band-Aids that came with it and put my own Band-Aids. So as you can see, there are some Equate, there are some Welly, and there are some Band-Aid brand bandages. I use this as basically the boo-boo kit. There are also additionally some butterfly bandages in here for wound closure and like eyebrow or uh, the facial type of injuries. Now over here, I have some, as you can see, things to show uh, where certain things are. I'm trying my best to get better at making this to where anybody can come into this kit and find what they need in an emergency situation. Currently, I wouldn't say we're there yet, but me, the main person who's going to be operating out of this kit, I know where everything is, and the main people who are going to be with me, my mom and my dad, they can find where everything is in here. So basically, this just has these buckles, and I usually put the RIT kit right here. It has a little thing so that you can carry this crossbody or around as a belt. It has attachments for this sling here and at the back here. I'm just going to take this off for now for sake of accessibility. That out of the way. And as I mentioned earlier, on the back here, we have these to Molly to the backpack that this came with. Starting off on this side here, we have more of the gloves, all non-latex gloves. We have three more things. So if I, three more sets of gloves. So if I rip a glove accidentally or anything like that, or another person is assisting me, they can have this PPE as well. So then moving in, we have this, which is a modified plastic bag, trash bag type thing. I have this in here. It's one of the large bags. I have it in here for multiple reasons. For trash. But then also in a dire situation, it can be used as a mega mover. I'm currently getting a stretcher to attach to the back here where you can see these papers are sticking out. There is a little pocket in there, and I'm getting a mega mover to put in there. And then next we have two My Medic barf bags. There's a few times where I've been on a bus and I've had to get one of these out for somebody on the bus who has had car sickness. Also good for aircraft travel and stuff like that. So if you will give me a second here, I'm just going to repack this. And going on to the other side, this is where we have our OTC medications. This is like another RIT or rapid intervention kit with medications. So in here, and I like to check all the expiration dates on my medications. It's not bad if they're expired, but they expired doesn't mean they're going to kill you when you take them. It just means it's going to be less effective when you take them. So like these, it says Welly pain relievers, but I just put a bunch of ibuprofen in this particular container. And if it is expired, it'll just be less effective. So like if you usually take one ibuprofen, you might have to take 1.5 to 2 ibuprofen for that. This is a Sting Relief. I don't remember the brand. I have it somewhere with these papers, which I'll show you in a show you. It is a Sting Relief swab. So you take it out of this plastic thing when there is a insect sting, and you break the plastic tube that's in there, and then you push you touch the cotton to the wound or to the sting, and this liquid is supposed to help relieve that pain and treat that wound. Now on to the other OTC medications. We have antacid. I believe we have one packet of each in here. We have antacid in here. We have diphenhydramine, which is like allergy medication. Antacid is like, it says uses, relieves indigestion, sour stomach, heartburn, upset stomach associated with vomiting and nausea. So, if you have like food poisoning and stuff, that's something you can take to kind of settle your stomach, basically. Extra strength non-aspirin, basically painkiller. Sinus decongestant, I believe that speaks for itself. This one is for motion sickness, and then I have 2 Metalites for these. You put them in water, and it helps you with hydration. What does it say here? Heat fatigue, muscle cramps, heat exhaustion, heat stroke, replaces lost electrolytes, helps provide rapid hydration. So I believe you put these in water, and it allows you uh, to have that added electrolytes to that water. So I'm just going to repackage this. And this did not come with the kit, this small little thing. This was actually a headphone case. For the wired headphones, you roll them up and put them in here. But I got a different one, so I no longer use this. And because it's red, I figured I could use it when I consolidate this kit. This is already a small kit, but when I consolidate it even more, I can just put this on to like that Camelback that you saw earlier, and I'll have the basic OTC meds in here. Next up, we have 2 Transcend 15 gram glucose gel strawberry flavor. This can be used for raises low blood sugar rapidly. This can be used for diabetic, hyper, or hypoglycemic patients. It can also be used if somebody is weak and fainting, and they have fainted, and you get them awake. You can have them put that in their mouth and hold it under their tongue, and it gives them the extra boost of energy to where, like, let's say they've fallen in the hallway, you can get them to a bed or a couch or somewhere to sit down comfortably. Please, there have been many EMTs that I've talked to where they say that people try to administer glucose gel when people are unconscious or asleep. If somebody goes into a diabetic coma and they are asleep, that's it's not going to help them. This is only for people who are conscious, who are awake and aware, and have the ability to hold that under. If you put it in their mouth and they wake up suddenly, they could choke on that. So if somebody does go into a diabetic coma and you're not trained for that, you do not have the equipment, you don't know how to work their diabetic equipment, you please call 911. That is the best option for you. I have 2 fruit bars just to help with the medication, or if somebody's feeling weak. It says That's It bar. I have 2 different flavors just to help with the medication, and again, if somebody is feeling weak. I have Equate allergy relief tablets. Good to have with you at all times, especially with me. I'm very get very congested with certain allergies like pollen and stuff. More of those sting killer or sting relief uh, tubes I told you about earlier. We have more of the OTC meds that I mentioned. We have the motion sickness. Focus. There we go. Motion sickness. We have more diphenhydramine, antacid. I believe I have 3 of each of these. Yeah, 2. Oh, one more. So there's 3 antacid total, 3 diphenhydramine, 3 motion sickness, 2 non-aspirins, 2 sinus decongestants, and 3 of the Metalite hydration packets. Then we have in here, kind of like the antacid, we have the Pepto-Bismol pocket size cherry tablets. And then we also have, which I think this is very important for anybody to carry, I have a 0.5 fluid ounces or 15 milliliter eye wash tube. So I pop this top off and I can use it for eye irrigation or even wound irrigation. I think that's very important to have to irrigate, though, if you get anything in your eye, to flush that out, or anything in a wound, definitely need to irrigate that out. And in a separate packet, I do have a syringe as well. But that's just, this one's mainly for eyes, and then if I need to, I can use it for a wound. Wouldn't recommend using it for a wound, but you can. I would recommend using water if possible, to clean water if possible, to flush that out, but then saline is always a good thing. I'm just gonna, forgive me here, I'm repacking this. And then this just sits right on top of everything. And then you close it. And zip it up. Oh, zipper got stuck. Alright, now we're gonna go around to this front compartment here. Get these out of the way. Alright, we're gonna open this. Give me a second. I'm going to reposition. Alright, so if we open this here, in here we have chapstick. This is Avalanche brand chapstick. I just have it just in case anything happens. Just in case I need it, lips dry. It can also be used as lubricant for certain things if necessary, like NPAs or OPAs. I wouldn't recommend OPAs. NPAs maybe. Usually they come with lubricant. I wouldn't recommend using it as lubricant, but in a dire strait, it can. I do not carry an NPA or OPAs. I'm not trained with OPAs. I am trained with NPAs. I do know how to use an NPA, nasal geopharyngeal airway and oral geopharyngeal airway. Those are both non-invasive ways to open an airway while doing chest compressions. I'm trained in NP. I do not currently carry one, just because this is all bought with my own money. So I currently don't have the funds for that. But I am currently, that's one of the next things I'm trying to get, in addition to a tourniquet holster and better shears. Here I have a small syringe here, about like this. I know it looks like a toy, but it's, I promise you, it's a real syringe. Small little syringe there, and then a tube to get to some bottles that I have in here. I have a small bottle to hold like shards of anything. If like a tick gets lodged in somebody and that's what I'm taking out, I can put it in here to give to a doctor or somebody for research purposes, to see why it dug or how to effectively treat that wound or infection. Basically anything that's lodged, like a splinter or anything, I can use this to hold it as well. That is a small one, and I have two bigger ones, just to hold anything like that. I have this, which is a small thing of water, or H2O. I know that. I think it looks backwards. Maybe it looks backwards to me, maybe not. But H2O, water, for flushing wounds, and then I have a larger syringe here for flushing wounds. Again, like in the RIT kit, I have that antiseptic cleaning foam for kids from Band-Aid, Johnson & Johnson brand. Then I have a few butterfly bandages, just quick access here. And please excuse the poor camera quality. I'm currently getting new camera equipment, but I currently haven't received that yet, so bear with me. I have two different sets of packets here. I have antiseptic and hydrocortisone packets, Antiseptic is used for cleaning. Hydrocortisone is more used for like irritations. It's kind of like a lotion type thing here. And behind that, I have the MyMedic brand, the Mini Burn Mod, which has burn gel in it from MyMedic. So this is the Mini Burn Mod. On the back, it has the contents 3 burn relief packets. And now I'm going to open this to show you. Maybe. There we go. So in here we have 3 burn relief packets. Oops. Really just need one. So this is by MyMedic. It splits right down here near the bottom where my fingers are. Burn gel, this is for minor wounds, minor burn wounds. Basically first degree burns, second to third and above third degree burns. Basically above first degree burns. Anything that is a first degree or minor burn, you can use burn gel. Anything above that, I would not recommend using burn gel because if you go to a burn center or ER, it's just gonna make it harder for them to get to that wound itself. Again, I will be leaving links to all the stuff from MyMedic and other websites down below. I have another bottle with hydrogen peroxide. This is a small one. It has, which can be removed, it has this little adapter up here, which has the option to attach to both of those syringes that I have over there for fast and easy opening. So I just fast and easy withdrawing of the liquid. So I just tilt it upside down, plug those in, and I can easily get that out. I have one of those of hydrogen peroxide and one of those of rubbing alcohol. And then I have these bigger bottles if I don't want to use that adapter. This one, the label actually got damaged. I don't know if you can see that. It just says peroxide, but it was supposed to be hydrogen peroxide. And then alcohol here, rubbing alcohol, used for antiseptic purposes, cleaning of wounds. And then in here, we also have more of those welly cleaning wipes or alcohol wipes. Now I'm just going to quickly put these back in over here. Forgive me. Thank you for your patience with me packing all this up. All right. So as you can see, I have inside of this pouch and this pouch, I have a label that says what's in it. So inside this one, it says PPE, Mega Mover, and barf bags. Over here, it says OTC meds. And then as you can see here, I don't know, that actually, it says burn mod and clean and prep. And then up here for this main compartment here, it says bleed, sprain and fracture, survival, ice pack, and clean and prep, more clean and prep. So if we open this here, we have North American Rescue S-rolled gauze. This is for wound packing. It can also be, you can also wrap a wound with it if necessary, or if you need to, if that's what the emergency is. This was, I believe, bought from Medical Gear Outfitters, which I will leave the link down below. Again, if you go to these places, I do not get any money from that. I do support them. I do like their companies. I do purchase their things, but I am in no way sponsored by them at this moment. This also from Medical Gear Outfitters, I believe it is a survival rescue blanket. As a YouTuber that I follow often says he is prep medic. I will also leave his link down below. He often says trauma kills in, sorry, not trauma kills, trauma does kill, but, that's not the point. Sorry, hypothermia kills um, in trauma situations. So even if it's hot outside, if somebody has a trauma or a large wound, has trauma or large wounds, they are not going to be able to uh, produce their own body heat, so this is definitely a help. I also have a My Medic version. They call it a space blanket. I also have the My Medic version of it. This one is the same thing. This one is just more of a compact version. This one's more of a bigger version, so I can treat 2 hypothermic patients with these uh, things as well. Uh, in here we have an ice pack. This was from the same place as the tape and other things, which I will leave the link down below to. I do not remember the name. It's something with an M, but basic cold pack. You squeeze it, pop the thing in the middle, shake it around, and it turns cold. In here we have a unopened tube of antiseptic cream, Benadryl, and Silver X wound gel. And then moving on to sprain and fracture, we have this self-adhering sort of like ace wrap type thing. So you can see it's not very sticky here, but once you stick it to itself, it is very self-adhering. And then this one is a Velcro wrap. So wrap it around and Velcro. Both those can be used to secure splints. And then in here we have those 2 were from My Medic, and then in addition to that, we have a My Medic finger splint. I do not believe this is the Finger Sprint Pro. I believe this is the basic finger splint from My Medic, and I got these 2 wraps. This finger splint and this triangular bandage. Comes with the triangular bandage itself and 2 safety pins, which can be used for securing an arm. It can also be used as a pressure bandage if you need to. It has many uses, but its main use is securing either fractured leg or fractured arm. That's what that is used for. But all of the wraps that I mentioned, the finger splint, and the the triangular bandage, they are all from My Medic's sprain and fracture mod. That's where I got these from. I also have this flat splint as well that was from that mod. So it fits right into that thing. And all these you can purchase separately on the My Medic website as well as together. And then in here, this is just a random bag full of random bandages that I have. So they're broken into separate kits. This one I have a bunch of NextCare, Welly, Band-Aid, and Equate bandages from like large finger bandages to small finger bandages. I think I even have some waterproof in here, as well as in that boo-boo kit metal tin. In here, this one are all the small bandages from different assorted brands. In here, I have all my large bandages. So I have 3 non-stick gauze pads from Welly, a large knee or elbow pad from Band-Aid, 1, 2, 3 non-stick pads from CVS, gauze pads, and then 2 ankle or knee pads from Welly. These are sort of like the kid ones that I usually give to the kids. and I'm 13, so when I say kids, I mean anybody under 13, like, I wouldn't say that I treat infants, but, like, anywhere from, like, 4 to 9-year-olds is who I will be giving those bandages to. And so that just wraps up nicely. I usually squeeze it to get all the air out, and then zip it shut and put it back in there. I don't think there's anything else in here. I mean, I have a bag just for holding any extra stuff. Now we're gonna go to the back here. On the back, we got some papers and stuff. So in here, we have multiple things. We have this paper, which has some of my OTC meds. I have another one of these, has more OTC meds. Sting Kill. That is the brand of the little tubes. It's called Sting Kill instantly relieves pain and itch. Can be found at Walmart. So there you go. I will try to leave the link down below for y'all to purchase it. I have a little this is an inventory of what's in the first aid kit. And then this is a first aid manual that I have here just in case, to refresh my memory during trainings and stuff, and then also just in case I'm not the one using the kit, somebody doesn't know how to use something, they can pull that out and see that. So if y'all would like me to review any other first aid kits that I personally have or that are out, like some of my medics kits, North American Rescue, Refuge Medical, any of those kits, let me know, and I will try to get in contact with them, try to get a kit, and review it. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. Once again, I'm Riley Rucker. This was my EDC kit, and yeah, that's the end of the video. So have a great day, stay in school, stay safe, and have fun. See you guys.